Hello everyone, for today's video I have a full noob themed moveset, or I guess a patroller in training themed moveset. Now this was suggested by Dominus, so if you guys have any moveset theme suggestions for yourself, please feel free to leave them in the comments, and the best ones will be used for future videos. And of course, if you are new to the channel and you want to help support me, then please consider subscribing and leaving a like. So the idea behind this moveset is to use the attacks that you're given when you make a brand new character based off one of the three options that you can pick. For example, the I like it up close and personal option, I'll sit back and blast them from afar, or close or far, I keep it balanced. So going back as far as Xenoverse 1, I've always picked, at least for my main mana characters, the first option, which is I like to keep it up close and personal. So of course that's what I'm going to pick for this moveset. So going over the moveset for our three supers, and it's weird saying that, we've got Meteor Crash, Meteor Blow and Super Guard. For our one and only ultimate, we've got the full power energy blast volley, super front jump as a evasive, and as you can see I decided to use Kaioken. Now yes, I do know that Kaioken isn't given to you with this moveset, like when you create a character and you get from like a very early parallel crest, like what is it? Parallel crest number 3 or 5, it's like one of the very early ones. But I decided, well, for this moveset, to make it a bit more interesting, I combined it with what the guy said at the start, as well as what I used for the Xenoverse 1 network tests. Hence why I do have Kaioken and the outfit that I'm using, and the Super Soul, because I think the Super Soul I'm using is called something like, what? Body Don't Fail Me Now. It's like one of the only 2 Kaioken Super Souls in the game, I believe. So I figured, well, if I'm going to use Kaioken, I might as well use that Super Soul to make it worthwhile. So with that being said, let's get into the first fight for this video. So let's go into the first fight. I do want to mention that if you guys saw at the very beginning, the comment was from like, what, 2 months ago? So just to say this again, if there's like an idea, well, like a moveset that I like, I will add it to like the list, as I say, but it may not get done for like a few weeks, a few months, or I may do it straight away, I don't know, but it just depends when I think the video will work and stuff like that. But my first opponent, level 80, oh yeah, here goes for hyper movement. I did scan this moveset, but I must have either forgotten that he's running hyper movement. But thankfully that rock there, even though I just completely smashed my face in it, it saved me from like getting hit from a few more times. But he does go for just his combination, and his 2 ultimates are, as you just saw, just his combination. That's a very nice Super God Fist. Just his combination and heat down attack, which you rarely see be used, so fair enough. Yeah, every fight in this video will be a rank battle with limitations off, so I'm level 89, and as I've already said, he's level 86. So yeah, just his combination, which I really do need to be careful for, and heat down attack. So I forgot what it's called then, even though I just said it. But yeah, he's also got hyper movement, as I've already said. So given that this moveset is okay, it's only, I'd say, bad maybe because it's just not complete. I mean, maybe if I put something like after image, or maybe even instant transmission on there, if I can say, and like the other generic ultimate, the full power energy wave, instead of just having just this one, the just the volley version, this moveset would be decent. Not the best, but decent. I'd say it's probably like I'm not sure if I should include this in the worst moveset series that I have, because these fights are actually quite fun. When you've got like Meteor Crash, and you can use that if you've got low stamina, or if you don't want to use any stamina. So maybe if I break my opponent's guard and I've got like, it doesn't really matter how much stamina I have. If I break my opponent's guard and I want to conserve my stamina, I could use Meteor Crash and it wouldn't be able to do anything to get out of it. So very nice perfect block off there. He's got no stamina now, so I really don't want to break his guard, because given how little health I have. So yeah, I mean, I can go for the swing kick. Well, the main thing I'm going to do in this video, like my main attack I guess, is the swing kick with the full power energy volley. And look, I've done that twice after he broke my guard after he broke my guard for the first time, and he could have used hyper movement again to break my guard and potentially finish me off. So I don't really know why he didn't do that. I take the win, so pretty nice. Second fight, I picked Comet's Lookout because that's like one of the stages I was invited. Well, in the Xenoverse 1 network tests, the stages that were available were Comet's Lookout and, what was it, the Pod Landing, as you just saw. So I thought I may as well, you know, pay homage or whatever to that. So I think this fight, it's laggy. There's like loads of time skip things in it. like you can see, like I'm hitting him, and like it's hitting him, but it's not like making him flinch or stagger or anything. Like you saw a little bit earlier on, going to like a double clash when we didn't need, or when we just didn't initiate it. And now he went for Super Saiyan 2, I believe it was. But I went for Hard Attack. That should have broken his guard. It didn't, so I don't know what the hell's going on. Well, I do, it's laggy. So he's level 84. He's got Super Kamehameha and Final Kamehameha as his two ultimates. I'm thinking, okay, so How much stamina he got? Like what? Sorry, how much ki rather? He's got like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe. Yeah, 6 bars of stamina. Sorry, 6 bars of ki rather. So he won't be able to go for both of them at the same time. So he goes for Super Saiyan 3, I think it was. Let me see. No, sorry. I think he maybe. Oh, sorry, Super Vegeta 2, like where he's running. So there, I used Kaioken, which will activate my Super Soul. But we went to a clash when we didn't need to. Like, I don't think I hit him, but we still went to a clash. So whatever. So here I go for the my ultimate, my only ultimate, and he runs into it. So I think, okay, that's great. I want to try and drop out. I want to try and drop out of Kaioken rather because I think I've seen like times 20. If I got my guard broken then, either by him, you know, using a stamina break like there, by perfect block, that's very nice, or just by my stamina running out because I've been Kaioken, he could just maybe go for like the basic saying heavy combat and finish me off with either, well, yeah, probably final combat up at that point. So yeah, I'm probably not going to use Kaioken again in this fight. So because I got my guard broken, or whatever, I went for like a stamina reset, I just like to use Super Guard, and that's gonna be like the only, you know, like the only thing I'm gonna use Super Guard for in these fights. Like just if my stamina's recharging, you can use that, and you'll be temporarily immune to pretty much everything. So that's pretty good. Go to another clash here. Oh, sorry, no, I go for just the normal version of Kaioken because I got my 4 stamina, so I may as well just to try and finish him off. Yeah, he's kind of predictable when he's going to vanish, but thankfully I made him vanish twice there. Went for Meteor Crash, and that finishes him off. I think that's like a fun fight, but I think it would have been more intense if the connection was like better. I think like before the game started, like yeah, like the connection between us like 4 bars, we must have dropped or whatever. Next opponent's level 90, so that's gonna be pretty nice. He's got Absolute Zero and Giant Storm and Elegant Blaster. So I think okay, I don't think he's gonna play cheap. But you can't really play cheap with Absolute Zero anymore because it's like been nerfed. But Elegant Blaster, or what is it called? Elegant Blaster. Not really the best ultimate, but Giant Storm, it's up there. Like Giant Storm is pretty good. So I think he's running Super Vegeta, so he went for it early on, kind of baiting him into, you know, pretending that I was going to let him do it. Or that maybe I wasn't, you know, I didn't know what he was going to do, but he went for it, broke his guard, got a nice advantage over him. I didn't use that much stamina, like 1 bar of that, so I did get an early advantage over him because again I broke his stamina and I didn't use any of my stamina, but I used like 1 bar to continue like the combos on him, so again, just a nice advantage. Yeah, I'll get a few nice perfect blocks off here. I have been practicing, go for Kaioken times 20, see if I can, you know, try. Okay, I'm thinking right now, well, if I go for the swing kick and my ultimate, then that's going to take 3 bars of ki rather, damn it. And then if I let my Kaioken run out and break my stamina, I can maybe get a stamina reset and go for it again by using Super Guard. So here I'll go for the ultimate after I went for the after I went for the swing kick, sorry. I was thinking, well, that's going to either force him to endure it or he's going to use his evasive, which is Absolute Zero once again, so it wouldn't affect me at all, so it's like a win-win situation. There, I used my like 2 bars of ki to protect myself with Super Guard. Pretty good. He's going to have almost 2 bars of stamina at the moment. I go for Meteor Blow there. Again, like I've said before, like it's like I'm sure they must have fixed that because now it actually works online, so that's pretty cool. Get a perfect block off there again. Break his guard with the square standard break, and I'll finish him off as well with Meteor Crash. I was going to say Meteor Storm. I think that's not an attack. Probably will be soon though, but yeah. So it's 3-0 to me so far in this video rather. So going to the final fight for this video. Next opponent is level 86 again. He's got for his 2 ultimates, what I run, Mystic Flash and Final Kamehameha. But I'm wondering, well, he's got Explosive Wave as his evasive, so I just wonder why he didn't use Super Explosive Wave. He's running Potential Unleash, so much like the last guy, I kind of baited him into letting him fully charge up. And then, you know, going for, well, then he used his transformation, so that way I could, you know, bait him, and I brought his stamina to home dash. So I didn't use that much stamina, like what, again, 1 bar of that, like maybe just the 1 bar to actually use the home dash on him. But because he's running Mystic Flash, and I let him charge up to maximum, I'm thinking, okay, I need to be really careful about that. It's funny because the other guy, like the second fight ran Final and Super Kamehameha, like, you know, ki rather, and this guy has a lot of ki, but he's running Mystic Flash and Final Kamehameha. So as you saw, he broke my stamina, but luckily for me, we went to 2 clashes right after each other, so I got stamina reset. But I'm thinking now, okay, he's got max ki. How many bars of ki does he have? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 8.5 maybe? I can't see because I'm watching this in Vegas and the quality isn't the best as I'm watching it back, just so it's faster, but he could like hit me with like at least 2 Mystic Flashes and not even force me to use an evasive or endure it. So yeah, this could really go bad for me at any moment. So He's got no stamina. I did go for the swing kick. It didn't work, and I went for my ultimate. Hit him at the end, so it wasn't a complete waste. He's got just under, well, now he's got just under 2 bars of stamina. Go for the meteor blow and follow with a bit of a meteor crash combination. Again, I thought that was very nice. Now he's got no stamina. If I had enough ki there to go for my ultimate rather, that just would have been perfect. So yeah, I think he goes for the first Mystic Flash in the moment when I vanish. But that's why I didn't vanish, because I just want to see, well, maybe he's going to try and go for the back hit. So there, he went for Mystic Flash. I did move out of the way. It hit me a little bit, but thankfully not too much. So hit him with I think I went for the swing kick and then the full pair energy volley. He uses evasive, vanish again. He goes for Mystic Flash. I block it, almost destroys my stamina, and this is brilliant. Now I go for like 3 in a row anticipation swing kick, so I'm making him use all of his stamina. So I finish off. Well, I finish him off by going for a final one. Hit him with meteor crash. That uses all my ki, but I mean he just can't recover now. Let's be fair. Well, yeah, actually may be able to. Actually, I don't know because I've got no ki. So I've got no stamina rather. So I can't vanish right now. So I get a pivot back off there and finish him off by getting me in a throw. Well, quite an intense final fight. So thank you guys for watching the video. I really do hope you enjoyed it. And with that being said, I'll see you next time.